check, everybody. Welcome. This is Konstantin. This is the Hohner live stream on the Hohner YouTube channel. This is episode 54. So thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. What's your location? Today, I'm very, very happy to welcome a fantastic harmonica player from Spain. Please welcome with me Joan Pau Cumellas. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Konstantin. It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor for me. I've seen some of your interviews with the greatest harmonica players. You are one of the best. And for me, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, I still remember your incredible performance at the World Harmonica Festival in Trossingen. That was 2017.
Yes.
Where you presented like a program that was called Bluegrass to Soul and Roots to Rock and Roll. So that's very diverse. That was fun.
It was for me an important moment in my career because the venue, the place, everything was special.
Definitely.
And, I proposed to do this bluegrass concert to Steve Baker, and because he saw me years before with Barcelona Bluegrass Band. But in the end, I played with another bluegrass band from musicians from the Czech Republic and Slovakia, which are incredible musicians, great musicians. So I enjoyed a lot playing there with these musicians too. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Oh, check. Somebody says there's no sound. That's not true. There is sound.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. It's all good. The connection is good. I can see my voice. I can see your voice. But let me tune into the live stream myself. Because there are two people who say they can't hear anything. That's weird. Who say they can't hear anything. The sound is there. Sound is perfect. Okay.
Turn up the volume.
Turn up the volume. Check your audio interface. Turn it off and start it again. So yeah, that was wonderful. I remember that, and that was definitely one of my favorite performances of the evening. And
thank you.
Also just like beautiful, like view looking back at the festival, especially now when none of the harmonica festivals are happening.
No, it was beautiful also for me to play there. And we have a lot of success. I have to say that because we sell all the CDs, we sell everything, and people were so thrilled after the concert. And I think that because it was something different, quite different. The people didn't expect that.
Yeah. And
of course, many harmonica players can play bluegrass, but there are not many harmonica players in bluegrass band.
Yeah, and I know that your sound is fantastic, so I'm sure people also enjoyed that. We should talk about that later. So, Where are you located right now? I see somebody in the chat, Iñaki. Hi from Barcelona. Are you in Barcelona too?
Yes, Iñaki, my friend, my brother.
Okay. So he's like next door or what?
I have to say that I'm not connected to YouTube, so you will have to tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to let you know.
Hola, Iñaki.
So you're also in Barcelona right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm from Barcelona, but I'm living now in Andorra, in the Pyrenees.
Oh, wow. I didn't know about that.
High. Yes, very in the mountains. Of course, as a musician, I'm going back and forward to Barcelona and the city, but we live here with my wife and in a small village called Canillo, and it's quite high.
Oh, yeah.
1,500 meters high.
I remember talking to some harmonica players having problems playing harmonica if you're up very high. Is that real? Or are
I
you
don't know.
just used to it? Or
I never realized that. If of course, if you are used to stay here, but if you come the next day, you have to wait 2 days
yeah,
sometimes and to get used to this level. But I work here a lot and a lot of recordings here at home and lessons, online lessons.
yeah,
So I have to say I have no problem.
yeah. But yeah, I was also just thinking about people like who aren't used to it, or like just visiting for one day and don't have time to get used to it.
Or maybe if you play outside,
Exactly.
if it's cold, of
Yeah.
course the harmonica is sensible, the length and it's the weather can cause some trouble if you want to play outside. Of course, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Um. So people are checking in the chat. Some questions are coming in. Yeah, let us know from where you're tuning in. Some questions, we're gonna save them for later. Um, but yeah, all are from Toulouse. So some
Wow.
people
So
from
I have
Germany, some
a
people
lot of
from France too.
friends, French people, my French family there.
Yeah.
I say family, but it's the harmonica family. I also run a harmonica camp in Toulouse every year with my friend David. Uh, I don't know if he's here, but also many French friends I have.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just did it's not too long ago the
Yeah,
workshop that you always do with Greg Slap.
Greg's lab. Also, it's 15 years, and I'm doing this workshop in. We usually do it in Roses, in Costa Brava, but this year we had to change. We didn't know we could do this course, this workshop, until 1 month before, but it
Yeah.
was great. And yes, every year with working with Greg is a pleasure for me. And, of course, there are many French harmonica players and students from France. They come every year. They
Yeah.
like Costa Brava, of course, and yeah, yeah.
So this is something for intermediate harmonica players or for beginners too?
At the beginning, we start with you have to have some level play bendings, but now we organize this so that you can come and we only ask you to play single notes, some melodies,
Yeah.
and we manage to do different levels at the same time, so you can play melodies and you learn to do bendings. You can play bendings, you can play overblows, and we manage with Greg. We decide to manage and to accept everybody, and it works. It's so the people is so nice.
Yeah.
At the end, it's a family. It's like a family. It's a group that works very well. People is so nice.
Yeah, that's great. And what I can tell from my experience is like even if you ask people about their level, it's still gonna be very different in the end.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, you just gotta
Yeah,
make it work. So that's like just like one very intense weekend of harmonica madness.
yeah.
Or is it something that is even longer than a weekend?
No, no, it's a week, so 7 days. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and yeah, no, no, it's a long a long workshop, and we work a lot. We do a lot of lessons, and every day we do concerts. We organize concerts with different musicians. It's a very hard week. It's happy week, but it's also very hard for the teachers, and
Yeah.
because we teach and we play,
And you
we
gotta listen
organize
to harmonica
everything.
all the time.
No, no, it's. I think that the people is enjoys a lot because it's full time harmonica, and
Yeah.
also it's in a beautiful place, so you can enjoy everything. But the best thing maybe it's that we do concerts every day. different concerts with different musicians. I bring musicians that I play with, but can be bluegrass, can be rock, blues, or jazz, manouche. Different people, friends of mine, they come and we organize them with Greg. And Greg plays everything also, so
Yeah.
it's perfect.
So you not only teach at workshops or give master classes, but you also give like online harmonica lessons. So
Yes.
what's like, if I'm like a complete beginner and I come to you for a lesson, what's like the first
I'm not
thing?
a beginner.
What's the first thing you teach to a beginner?
We start playing traditional songs, easy
Yeah.
songs. I like to start by ear. Just take the harmonica. Don't worry if you cannot play a single note. You can play traditional songs. I don't know, When the Saints Go Marching In, or Susanna, all these things that work perfect with the harmonica because it's a diatonic instrument. But you can no go wrong if you blow and draw.
Yeah.
It works. So I start this way, and people, I tell them, don't worry, you will learn to play one song, at least one song, the first time. Don't worry, and they get they realize that they can play, they can do music very easy. So it's the harmonica is great, you know that it's you can play the first time. It works. You only have to breathe through the instrument, and
Yeah.
the music comes. So it's very easy to catch people this way. Of course, after that, we learn single notes, and that's the guy, the people who comes and it starts from zero, and of course you are a teacher. Of course, you know that how it works. But I don't I can give some tablatures. I don't read music. I don't give too much theory or too much
Yeah.
writing tablatures. I want them to play by ear. But in the end, I also give them all the information. You're blowing four, drawing four, 0, 5, etc., etc. But first playing, and at the end, we talk about what's happening. You have the major scale, blah, blah, blah. And I think it works. I think it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it works perfectly. I mean, the harmonica is really like a good instrument to teach online because
Yes,
it's invisible anyways. So
yes. I have to say, I never gave online lessons until the COVID.
oh wow, okay.
Before I didn't. I thought that it's not for me. I was always doing the traditional lessons,
Yeah.
presential. But now I don't want to do presential, so I only do online lessons, Skype, and yes, it's great. You can have more than one people playing, and a harmonica is great for that. I don't know the guitar or other instruments, but harmonica
Yeah.
is great. I do the lessons, 2 or 3 people at the same time, minimum, and it works.
That's so good. So yeah, everybody out there, check out the links in the description box below. You can check out Joan's website to get in touch for lessons too. So,
Thank you.
yeah, we should get to your playing. Like, how did you start out then? Do you think you started out the right way, or is there anything that you like wish that somebody told you earlier in the
Of course,
process of learning?
yes, because when I started, I was looking for some teacher, harmonica teacher, and I never found anyone. There
Okay,
was
yeah,
there was someone playing in Barcelona at that time, but I learned by myself. So I made all the errors, all the I know I understand very well all my students or the people who start because I do it everything wrong. All the things wrong that you can do, I did it.
yeah,
Breathing badly, taking the harmonica in a bad way. So I learned by myself everything. And of course, it was a dream for me that I could travel to France and meet people like Greg, although I was already a professional harmonica player, but then I saw someone teaching.
Yeah.
And Greg opened a new world for me, and I understood how can I teach, and I think I know I can help people to get faster in things. I made all the mistakes you can do, so and I learned by ear. Just listen to harmonicas, harmonica players, starting not with the blues, but with a Charlie McCoy country harmonica, for
Perfect.
example,
Yeah.
things like that. But then I start listening to blues, but you know, my learning, my way of learning is so chaotic. I don't. Nobody told me, take this CD or take this vinyl and listen to that. No, I just took what it came. I listen a lot of radio programs, of course. I recorded many. I have a lot of cassettes, you know, and then I start to understand who was Sonny Terry, Little Big Walter Horton, etc. But the thing is, I love everything. So I'm not into bluegrass. Also, I play everything. But
Yeah.
I started with Charlie McCoy and Northern Buffalo, and for me, one of the most important influences is Jean-Jacques Milteau from Paris, which he started playing also country music with banjo players,
That's true.
but
Yeah.
it's and he has this technique, clean technique, but then he plays everything, of course. So Jean-Jacques Milteau is when I met a friend of mine who played little bit harmonica, and he has this CD Blues Heart. You know, he was the first CD that from Jean-Jacques Milteau. But that when I listened to that, I was shocked. I I couldn't understand how it's possible to do that with a harmonica, and then all this changes completely. You know, all the way of looking at this instrument. It's also so versatile. You can do many things. You know, so melodic.
Yeah.
These fast runs that Jean-Jacques Milteau does, and
Yeah.
it's so it's incredible. No.
There's definitely more like bluegrass and country influence than blues alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yes. And it's Jean-Jacques Milteau. He was a friend of Charlie McCoy. He know Charlie McCoy, and I think he would meet sometime or almost knew Norton Buffalo also, because these harmonica players that can play all the styles, but they also start with country bands, Norton Buffalo, and I love them. Tom Ball, also from California, he
Oh
started
yeah.
playing
That's true.
bluegrass, country music, and then we went to the blues. But it's interesting that they have this technique. Maybe I don't know. Of course, the harmonica players uh, who just like they only like traditional blues styles, and maybe they don't like this because it's not the tom blockers. They are wait, they
Yeah.
can play, of course, tom blocking, but it's not the little Walter thing or Walter Horton, which I love also.
Well, yeah. I think people in the chat really want to hear like what you're famous for. They want to hear some bluegrass. Is there something that you can play for us?
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I'm preparing some new tunes now. I'm recording a CD, and I took there's one song that I play a lot of bluegrass riff. I took from Charlie McCoy and different harmonica players. I don't know if I will remember now.
Yeah.
Small homage to Northern Buffalo.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah.
It's all this fast band. It's so nice to play. I love to. Of course, I love blues, but this is nice to play also.
Yeah,
Harmonica.
beautiful with all these little inflections in there, and sounds very clean, and people love it, but they think about how can you play that fast. Do you have like a specific suggestion for people out there who want to play fast?
Yeah, they ask me this all the time. I don't know. I think that it's a matter of breathing fast at the end. Of course, you have to control the harmonica,
Yeah.
but of course it's. And I always tell the people that I started playing this rhythm, train rhythms, no?
Right.
Which I'm breathing so fast. I'm working a lot with the diaphragm, and at the end, it's like you have to draw and blow and synchronize. But it's sorry.
Yeah.
It's just controlling, but this train breathing thing helps a lot to go to of course to learn and
Definitely, yeah. Because like also within these fast phrases, it's not just like that every single note like is the same volume or has the same amount of importance. And there are some notes that are highlighted, right? And that also happens if you do the breathing patterns like the train rhythms.
yeah, and there are so many great train rhythms from the past which are incredibly fast. Difford Valley and these people, it's Noah Lewis. I don't know how they play so fast this rhythm thing. I still don't know, because in these days, actually, I think there's nobody can, or I haven't listened someone playing like that. It's I don't know. Maybe you do that.
I'm not sure. But definitely the train rhythms are also like one of the first things that I teach to students, because you don't need to sing a note for that, and get used to the harmonica, and it sounds good, and it's good for your breathing technique. So, yeah. Is there like an easy bluegrass melody that you can teach to us?
Of course, there are many melodies, but when we talk about bluegrass thing, normally, usually we talk about fast tunes, banjo, fiddle. So of course you can. I don't know. Have to.
Maybe it doesn't have to be like a complete song. Maybe just like one or two licks.
Of course, there are many, and you can play ballads. Shenandoah is one of the well-known Charlie McCoy ballads. It's
Oh yeah.
quiet. It's so beautiful, and it's also another way of playing. when you play slow, you do these articulations, doing the note strong or weak. Changing the volume. That's another thing, but it's interesting also to learn to play these tunes, because then you also learn to play to control the breathing. Harmonica is breathing at the end, so you can do fast things, but and then you have to control. You know that even I don't know. Now I have this golden melody, but it's an old one. But if you want to play fast, sometimes it blocks because you don't. Oh, this works, but sometimes if you do too much strength, it blocks. No, so it depends the how old the harmonica maybe.
But this reminded me of the question by Edward when you were doing the beautiful hand tremolo. He's asking, what do you think about the playing style of Larry Adler?
Wow, Larry Adler is it's chromatic harmonica, Larry Adler. But anyway, he uses this all articulations with the hands, with the. I don't know very much, but I have 2 CDs of Larry Adler, and it's virtuoso, incredible, no? But of course, but with a chromatic. So maybe the diatonic is better because you can have in your hands. The chromatic is bigger, but also, of course, the expression, you can do a lot of things with your hands, with your tongue, with the throat, but also with the hands, of course. And when we play bluegrass or country, we usually play acoustic, so you have your hands and
hand effects are very important then.
Yeah, exactly.
And that sounds beautiful, your hand tremolo. So if you're playing bluegrass, and I think for country it's also true, it always plays like with the major feeling of the key and the regular major third, but also then like the bluesier flatted third. And it's important to make that difference, right? If you play, or if you play, if you go down like that. So, how do you teach people making that difference clear on the 3-hole draw band?
Yeah.
Because it's not only like technical, it helps if your ear is good.
Yeah, but they mostly play blues at the first. So then they ask me, Joan Pau, what are you doing? How is this country technique? And I tell them, try to play major, play the pentatonic, don't play the 5 draw. And that's only doing that you can play completely different.
Yeah.
And of course, they know, suppose they know how to do this first bending. But sometimes they forget to play the 3 draw naturally. So I start with pentatonic exercises. And then, of course, you can change this major third or play, and also play the blue note. I tried to play only the pentatonic, major pentatonic, and forget the blues scale, because everybody goes to the blues scale. Everybody goes to the. And it's nice also to learn to play without this note, and of course, and then you can do this 3 minor 3, of course. And that brings me to of course, I use a lot this country tuning harmonicas.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, yes, because then of course when you play these fast rounds here, you have this major 7, and I change the regular harmonica, fa, and then F and F sharp.
Yeah.
You have these beautiful lines. Of course, you can overblow if you like, but the overblow.
It would be harder to play that phrase that you just played.
Yeah, and it's kind of rough. I don't know how to say. That's not a clean note, and you, for me, of course, people like you, they can overblow perfect and bending, but I prefer to get this harmonica, so I'm used to it. So I have no problem to change the harmonica and play these country tunings.
Yeah.
And here you have a lot of also nice melodies. Someone asked it, easy melodies. You have this D major. It's nice to do this because you have also the bending note here, no? So it's, but that, for example, there's a well-known jambalaya. I did that a little bit of accent here, but it's so nice, no?
This is crazy. And it just sounds very, very good with that F sharp available on the 5/4 draw. I mean, just being able to bend into that is very, very nice.
And of course,
because like this, if you would do that here, it's like, it's a little square, like it doesn't have the expression, right? Yeah, but you don't have the
the bending thing.
You can bend into it.
You can do that.
Yeah. So you're mostly probably a lip person, but you also do some fantastic tongue blocking. So how did you start out? With which technique?
I started with lip pursing, and then one day I saw I think a video of Charlie McCoy showing this technique, which he at the end he doesn't tells you exactly what he's doing, but he's using the tongue. But I didn't understand the tongue. What? And for me was so hard because I have to start from the beginning. So I start learning this technique because Charlie McCoy is so interesting that he doesn't tell people exactly what he's doing, but he's kind of
oh wow! Is there like? Are you doing like tongue switching between 3 and 4 draw?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't have to move the harmonica. You just put what I suppose that he's doing that. I don't know. But this is interesting also for playing this country tunes or Celtic tunes, and this jumping between the holes. And
yeah, well, I'm used to it, like doing it in octaves or like just like blocking one hole in the middle, but not like two adjacent notes. That's crazy.
So it's interesting also to, and that's starting with this. Then I learn some of these blues. I'm not a tone blocker, but of course I can do sometimes this and play this. I prefer to play it in a A, but playing in E, so it's nice, nicer. But of course, but I started just imagine what Charlie McCoy was doing, and it's nice to try this. You don't have to jump or move. You can stay in the harmonica, and also starting with a major pentatonic, it's also a good way to work the harmonica, not
definitely, yeah. I mean, maybe that's boring for people out there, but can you tell us like what's the major pentatonic in G?
Yes, 5 notes. In G, I'm playing G. Starting with the second position to draw. The second band 3 whole. It's A, 3 draw. B. Sorry. D and E, and again G. There's only one bending, and the second here. You have also 2 notes here. And you have a. I tell my students that if you work this, it's like a highway. You have here
yeah.
And then you can go to different scales. You can add more notes, play the blues scale. But if you know that, you always will go well.
Yeah.
To be okay.
And there are also at the same time still like so many phrases that really come like from the layout of the harmonica only, that don't really derive from the scale. Like you have some breathing patterns that you can just like repeat, and they sound good at other places too. Like you can do all of that, right? And
yeah.
You can just do that in different places.
Yeah.
Which is also definitely something that these styles make use of, I guess, to play fast. Yeah, that's one way of playing fast.
Exactly. You take one of these patterns, no? And
exactly.
It works. It just does 3 notes, no?
And still, that's also a great workout for like the embouchure, because like as you go up higher, you definitely got to change.
Yeah, well, that's it. When you get to the 6 and 7, yeah.
Yeah. So, Be Hoppy is asking, do you like playing high-pitched harmonicas? I guess so.
Sorry, can you repeat?
He's asking about you playing high-pitched harmonicas, like
High
F, E, and E flat.
high pitch harmonica. Oh,
So I always have the feel like if you play a higher pitched harmonica like F, it
yeah.
already sounds a little more bluegrassy.
Yeah, of course. Yes, I understand the question. I know the harpy is Kim, my friend, my brother, Ola. But and I suppose that he has asking this because when you want to play fast, and of course, if you play a low harmonica, the low harmonicas is slower,
Yeah,
slower.
you gotta
So
anticipate some stuff a little more, I guess. Yeah.
when you get a F harmonica, or there are many tunes of Charlie McCoy playing in E, which is also rare harmonica, but it's very nice.
Yeah.
Um, I'm playing my thing, but uh, I love these harmonicas, of course, and playing in F for me it's not a problem. Of course, when you play other styles, G harmonica, A harmonica is so nice. It's it's but the high harmonica also has its own expression, and or if you want to play rock things, or
Yeah. And you're
jump
louder naturally.
sorry.
And you're just louder naturally.
Yeah, when they play so loud, the guitars, the drums, you need
Yeah.
high harmonica. Yeah,
It's nice
and
to cut through.
you know John Popper from Blues Traveler is playing this, and he uses high harmonicas because if you try that in a low harmonica,
Yeah.
it's not easy, and he uses a lot of E, F, E flat, D.
Yeah. I'm just starting to like
Do
these
some of
keys.
that. Tell us how is it possible to do this technique? Because I tried, but I never could do this.
Oh, which technique?
John Popper, you know this? How
Oh yeah, no, I never really got into it. Like I know some of the breathing patterns and stuff, but yeah,
it's incredible.
was never the biggest fan of it. But some stuff is beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'm not also a big fan, but of course
and it's also just
it's
another
interesting to know
way
what
of playing
these guys.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just started to like the higher pitched harmonicas a little more because like up until
Yeah.
recently I was just like into playing, I don't know, like a D harmonica. That's like the highest I liked. Especially if you're like playing jazz melodies or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting into the higher pitched harmonicas. Now I also got them like,
Yeah.
never really had them like set up for me, but
And
it's nice. But at the same time, I still like to cup them very heavily to get rid of the higher
yeah.
frequencies. But then
I
it's
have to
fun,
say
and
that-
also all the hand techniques are like more extreme on the high pitched harmonicas.
when I start playing my first gigs, where I played with a very good piano player we have here, Luis Coloma, which is a boogie virtuoso now. But when we start, he always wanted to play in G or in C. So I played a lot. I didn't know that the F low existed. So
yeah.
at the time, so I played a lot of with the F harmonica. And in the end, it's nice. Also, it's no problem.
Definitely, yeah. I'm glad that I got the F harmonicas because like I was just like always getting mad when people wanted to play something in C.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't like the F and I don't like the low F.
Yeah,
What am I
because the
gonna
low
do?
F is too low. Sometimes it doesn't. You don't have this response, this volume. No, if you want to. Play. Of course, it's beautiful, but
And also, there are so many players who like to play an A, and the
Yeah,
D harmonica was like very high for me for a long time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
we had that. Oh, Alexei is tuning in from Estonia. We had that problem in Estonia. How's the weather there? It was very sunny and warm there when the festival
Uh,
was happening. So yeah, that's talking about high pitched harmonicas. Um, Gallego Pratt is asking, how would you define your musical style? Would you
sorry,
would you
how?
say you are like a bluegrass musician, or what's like
No, no,
your
no.
your style of music?
I, I, I know that I'm not a bluegrass player. I'm not a jazz player. I'm not a blues player.
Yeah,
I'm not a Celtic player. I'm not. I don't know. I'm the only thing I know is I'm not anything of that. But I play that, or I try, because when I travel a lot or playing with this bluegrass band, but every time I went to a bluegrass festival, they say, "Wow, but the harmonica is not a traditional instrument in the bluegrass." And the way I play blues, it's not the traditional way. So, and when I play with jazz musicians, I'm not a jazz player, but I like
yeah,
this, try these things. So I don't know. I'm a mix of everything, and I have to say, I what I like is the harmonica. So
yeah.
uh, if I play una milonga, that's what I like. I like to play the harmonica.
That's so good. That's probably a good sign. Yeah, it was always about the harmonica for me too. I don't know like about my musical style.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. I just like playing the harmonica. I don't care about the style, and I
And
wanted
of
to get
course,
better on the instrument. Yeah,
yeah, of course, the harmonica sometimes takes you to the blues sound. It has
of
some
course.
blues taste, flavor, of course. And many people ask you. Sometimes I receive some asking people, "Hey, do you want to put harmonica here? I want to this song to get bluesy or country." And so the harmonica has this flavor. No, of course, it's true. But in the end, I like I like this instrument, of course, and going to this training rhythm things that we were playing on. I could do I could play this all the time. No? Yeah, I love to do that. So that's the
Yeah,
harmonica for me.
that's fantastic. Always good to warm up or cool down. um, yeah. So if you're like sitting at home nowadays and you're listening to music, what do you like to listen to? Are you still listening to a lot of bluegrass and the stuff that you play on harmonica, or?
Yeah, but I have to say that as I have when I have gigs, I'm playing with so different people, and I have some requests to play Joan Pau, play this song, play the other. And all the time I'm listening the music that I have to work with. I don't know
Okay.
to say that. And when I'm traveling with my car, I don't want to listen to music. I put the radio and I listen to these broadcast programs with history or science. I like that. So,
Yeah.
of course, I listened a lot of bluegrass, a lot of blues when I started. And now the time I have to listen to work, it's to learn this one set of the repertoire. And as a harmonica player, I'm playing with 10 different bands or 10 different projects. Now I'm starting my own at the end. I hope this will work. But So I'm working on music. Last week I was playing I was playing bossa nova, which it's not my style. I don't know, but
Yeah.
they asked me to play one song for a CD. They did the concert presentation of the CD, so I was playing bossa nova there. The next week I'm doing another thing. So the time that I have is, and of course now is because I'm recording a CD, and I hope that next month is will be finished. So
Okay. So what was that new project going to be about? Like, is that original songs and which style of music?
yeah, yes, this is there's 12 songs, there are 10 originals and two versions, and this has this bluesy thing, but I also play folk music. Blah blah blah. But I'm also doing some waltz, sorry, some bluegrass that I played before, blues things, and different styles, completely different. And I'm doing this with my friend Valentin Moya, which is he's a jazz player, but he can do all the things. And we try to play different styles. So it's 12 songs. Of course, there's a small homage to Little Walter, and also
Yeah.
an homage to the Jean Jacques Milteau.
So how can people stay updated of that? On your
I have to
website?
improve my skills in the net, in the internet, but I will of course publish this
Yeah.
Facebook. My Instagram is not, I don't use it very much, but I will do. I will learn to do. Sorry, because all my students, my friends say, Joan Pau, please come on, do more, put more videos. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I'm a little
if
bit
it's gonna
lazy.
be online on the streaming platforms, is it going to be just like your name?
Yes, Joan Pau Cumellas.
Okay.
I don't have the name of the city. Still have some different names, but if someone has an idea, tell me.
Yeah. Be Happy is asking if we could play something together. That's
Ah,
always a challenge on these streams, but
tell
maybe we
him that
can
it's impossible to play
maybe we
with
can
you.
think of
Watch.
some. Yeah, it's
What about?
always the only option is always to like trade phrases or like choruses.
Yeah. I don't know. This is my friend Kim.
But
Be
maybe
happy.
you can teach me like one or two crazy bluegrass licks.
No, I'm thinking. Maybe let me do some promo of this CD that I published during this year
Okay.
at home. It's Harmonica Stash. So you have here eight tunes that blues, folk, rumba, Celtic, even reggae with gospel. And you have here 8 songs, 8 backing tracks, and also the tablatures. You have a code here, and you receive the tablatures also. So, and I was thinking that here there's, of course, I do this Gironella cab also, but there's one song it's the same chord progression of When the Saints Go Marching In,
Oh yeah.
which is We All Need More Kindness in This World. And I hear I is the first one. I start easy because it's different levels, but you can start play the easy thing, and then I also give you some ideas of solos, phrases, so you can go deeper in the same song. So it's for different levels. Anyone that wants this, please contact me, and I can send you this, or even just through internet. And for example, Dizzy Stars, it's very easy because
Yeah.
that's one for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't listen. Play that again. Something like that.
Yeah. No, sorry. That's the one that
Yeah, that's a good pattern.
I start with the 7th row. I play this half the harmonica using this tone blocking. You can play tone blocking here, but sometimes I use the lead.
Yeah.
For this one is better the country
The
tune.
country tune.
So
That's gonna be hard up there, right? That's a problem. Who wants to do that in the middle octave?
I don't know. Of course, there are a lot of fun riffs that you can play.
Yeah, and I
here.
like that pattern, like that. That's a good one
great.
for people out there to practice too. Like,
Of course, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
which is just pentatonic. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's just
Of
4 note
course.
groups ascending. No, descending. Sorry.
It's good to try that and to start with this because in the end, the easiest thing is to add another note so you have another scale. But if you have,
Yeah.
I recommend the people to play this very clear and have this highway here. Then you can add the notes. Of course, you can add chromatism. Yeah, of course, it's so nice. I can do overblow, but I use overblows for passing note as a passing note normally.
Yeah.
I use another tuning. I don't know if you, of course, you don't need that, but I found this David Gallego, which is here and listening to this, he gave me this CD of Todd Parrott, which is a great harmonica player from the States.
Yeah.
Also playing country, but all the styles. And he uses this tuning, which is the 7th draw, half step down, but only the 7th draw. So, of course, it's the same of the 6th overblow. Which is, I found very, very nice.
Yeah, I like that too. I remember that I also had a harmonica there where I pitched that 7th draw down.
Of course, you can do the overblow thing, but it's the same as the country tuning. When you need this note, and also you have a new note when you bend the 7. And you can play in 12th position.
Oh yeah,
2 octaves,
that's
very
true.
easy, and even for the people who doesn't do overblows, this is very nice. And I, of course, I do the overblows, but you have this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you do. But
Yeah, but then you can't do the little inflection.
so and you use this bending note here. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And many,
That almost, with like the 3 blow notes being bendable in the upper octave, almost sounds like a chromatic.
yeah, of course, yes, it's exactly. You have B flat and A, which is chromatic, and so it's a harmonica chromatic.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. You play also chromatic harmonica, do you?
No. Just if people want me to.
Of course, yeah, I'm sure that you can play it.
I mean, if you're familiar with the middle octave of the diatonic, you can kind of play the chromatic too. Konstantin, could you now teach Joan Pau one of your licks? I don't know about a lick that I like to play. That's so hard.
So now it's your turn to show us.
Show you a lick. That's so hard. I mean, just like basic jazzy kind of stuff, I would say. Whatever.
It sounds nice.
Something like
nice.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I always think that's very, very nice. It lays out very well on the harmonica. Not many people do that.
Yeah. One of the first harmonica players that I listen that uses a lot is Jean-Jacques Milteau, because he says, okay, if you use the 4th draw, use the 4 here. And when you play the scale, he does a lot of. Yeah, for me, it's one of the first of really playing this part of the harmonica and using.
Which key harmonica is that? Which key harmonica is that?
That is A.
Wow, okay.
And he plays this last line here.
So what kind of harmonicas do you play? Like, do you set them up yourself, or are they custom at all?
Yeah, this is from you know him. He's Thomas.
Oh, I didn't know you played Thomas's harmonicas.
I have this one. It's an A and a D harmonica, but I have so many different from different. But I haven't special harmonica. So sometimes I try one of these, and Joel Anderson.
Yeah.
Also, he has very nice harmonicas. I have two. It's very nice wood and wood response. But I don't know. Sometimes with a crossover, it's great, and I like very much marine band. I have some very old marine bands customized, but just screws, nothing else. And this, I try all the harmonicas. I am playing this one, marine band. So
Yeah.
I have no special harmonica. I use a lot of special 20s because this comb is so comfortable to rehearsal, to do lessons. But I love marine bands also. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. A lot of different instruments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Harmonica players, they say, no, I use this model, but I don't have this. It works or it doesn't work. But, of course, there's a difference when you play these harmonicas, which is open at the side, on both sides.
True.
I like sometimes that this model that does, because when it's closed, it seems that you have more control here, no? You can
even make the draw sounds. Yeah.
It is impossible with the other, or the golden melody, no? It's darker, but sometimes it's nice when you play it with microphones and the marine band, which is around here. It's the band. It's nice, but for playing bluegrass, marine bands are great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should do like that I'm doing these monthly harmonica challenges. We should do like a bluegrass challenge at some point.
Ah.
I wouldn't know what to play then, but others have to play, so that could be fun.
It's funny, and it's interesting for all the harmonica players to they focus too much in the blues scales and the sound. If you try only this, the major pentatonic or this, you learn a different way to play, and you can use it in rock and roll and everything, and it's different way of improvising. If you always do the same riffs, it's a typical question. I'm repeating very much. Try the major pentatonic.
That's good. I like that. Edward is asking, can you give us a quick blast of Summertime?
Summertime. Well, of course, I can play. But
which position do you like to play?
I don't know. You can play in third position, or five. I don't know. But that's for you, not for me. I can play Summertime, but I won't play Summertime with you.
Okay.
In front of me.
But yeah, you could definitely try it in whatever, second, third, fourth position. I'm not sure about fifth. It's gonna get a little lower down there, right? Bob, you need that note. So yeah,
I maybe they said I recorded one video playing Summertime. I don't remember
Hmm.
in which position I did it, but maybe I changed, but I don't know. But that's for you. You are a jazz musician. No, I just play easy things and riffs and try to.
Yeah, that's third position, and that sounds great. That's like a great option, and all of these positions will give you a different flavor. So yeah, it can be a little more bluesier in the other, and
Of course,
maybe
the
a
third
little more
position is
like minorish in fourth position, whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, give them a try. Let us know in the chat if you would be up for a bluegrass challenge. I like the idea, and check out the description box where you can find all links to Joan's social media pages, and follow us on Instagram. Yeah, the next challenge, it's a big exception this month. There's no challenge, but we're gonna do it in October together with Babak Safarnejad from Iran, and we're gonna do a film music challenge. So I'm sure that Summertime was used in a film too, so you could play that. So that's on October 31st, and the next Hohner Live, I'm not sure. I think I planned it already. Oh yeah, our guest on, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, on October 7th is Mohsen Mohayer from Iran. So yeah. And then I'm planning another one for October, and we have a big guest coming up in November. I'm not gonna tell you. But first of all, thank you so much, John, for taking the time today.
Thanks, Konstantin. It's a pleasure.
I feel
Hope
like
to meet
people
you
really enjoyed it.
sometime in Germany or somewhere again.
Yeah, when the harmonica festivals are happening again, definitely. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of playing, and you showed some incredible stuff. So I think this is very inspiring for many
Thanks.
people out there.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
So see you, everybody, in 2 weeks from now. And yeah, hope you have a nice evening or a good day wherever you are. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Adeu.